Hi, my name is Giselle Lopez, and today I'm going to do a rhetorical analysis of Anjelah Johnson-Reyes' chapter in American Like Me. About the author. Reyes is a comedian, actress, and music artist, born and raised in San Jose, California, is of Mexican and Native American descent, and is well known for playing in Mad TV and a joke nail salon. Also, Johnson has 4 comedy specials and over 80 million views on YouTube. She continues to tour the country with sold-out crowds and currently lives in Los Angeles, California, with her husband, sitting on the board of an anti-human trafficking organization, Unlikely Heroes. A little side note about knowing the author is that it is significant because it adds credibility and weight to what they are saying. Continuing on to past, purpose, audience, speaker, and situation. The purpose in this chapter is Johnson expresses how she wanted to be more Latino than she felt like growing up. She explains to the readers that to just be happy with who you are now and not to change yourself to be more Latino, but to connect deeper with your culture. The audience is to young kids or anyone who has felt like they should be someone else to fit in rather than just them being themselves, because in life we are all perfect and unique just being ourselves. The speaker is, since Johnson has realized that it does not matter how you look like to fit into your culture, she inspires others to enjoy the gifts of being able to connect with their heritage, heart, and people on a deeper level. Situation. She tells her story of how growing up she wanted to feel more Latino, talking about the environment and people she wanted to be around. But later on, she learned that it does not matter how she looked like or where she grew up, it matters how connected she is with her culture. To start off, in paragraphs 1 to 3, the strategy the author uses is personal anecdotes. Seen on the right, where she wished to have a different last name, Sanchez, anything that ends with Ez. The effect is when she starts off wishing that she had a different last name, it grabs the reader's attention because just with her last name, she wanted to feel more Latino. Appeals and devices used are contrasts between Mexican tradition and American tradition, where for Christmas they would eat tamales with rice and beans, and then on the side with ham and mashed potatoes, to include the American tradition, when she described her Mexican family. Continuing on to paragraphs 4 to 6. The strategy used is her being descriptive to show what she dreamed about, being a chola, explaining how she wanted to dress to be a tough chick. The effect is to show the reader that someone's culture can cause them to want to change and fit more into it, in this case, being Latino. Appeals and devices used is imagery, seen here where she describes how she wanted to look like. For example, having the Nike Cortez shoes with creased up pants. This is what she was dreaming about, cruising around in a lowrider, but in reality she would do Pop Warner cheerleading. Next, we have paragraph 7 to 10. The strategy continues on with a descriptive tone / diction to explain why she wanted to look like, in this case being tougher, and romanticizes about living on the east side. The effect is to explain why she wants to look a certain way, imagining living in a different neighborhood, and why she wanted to change her look in an area. Appeals and devices are allusions because she uses a descriptive tone while making scenarios, wondering what her life could be like. In this case, living on the east side. Now on to paragraphs 11 and 14. The strategy used was a personal anecdote to describe the time she has ventured to the east side with her sister, cruising. Also goes back to being descriptive of what she wanted, such as accepting a call from prison like her Chola friends did because they knew someone locked up. The effect is that it shows the readers that she did not yet have her own point of view of who she wanted to be, where in the beginning of her stand-up career in comedy, she was trying to be what people wanted her to be. Appeals and devices. Appeals to pathos because she is conveying strong emotions, specifically in paragraph 14, to express her feelings about who she is and what she identifies as to the audience. Lastly, we have paragraphs 15 to 20. The strategy here continues with personal anecdotes, talking about how grateful she is for her mom not letting her go down that path, but she wants to tell all types of Latino stories because they are all important in their own way. The effect is that she wants her audience as a comedian to be happy, laughing, and have more heartfelt tears. Appeals and devices used are appeals to pathos because she is expressing her true emotions, where she has learned that her motivation is not to prove herself, but to connect with the culture and people on a deeper level. That is all we have for today. Thank you for listening.